welcome to the Financial Report. Asia's main stock markets traded higher, tracking Wall Street gains as investors are still hopeful for a possible second round of ceasefire talks between the US and Iran. The relief came after US President Donald Trump suggested on Monday that he is still willing to engage with Tehran. Japan's benchmark Nikkei 225 jumped 2.4% Tuesday. South Korea's Kospi was up 2.7%, and the Shanghai Composite Index edged 1% higher. Oil prices continue to pull back from earlier gains. Benchmark US crude oil dropped 2.6% early today, and Brent crude was down 0.9%. And HSBC Holdings held a global investment summit in Hong Kong, during which the firm's chair, Brendan Nelson, said a Middle East peace deal was essential to ensure a substantial resumption of global energy flows. China's export figures posted a worse-than-expected growth of 2.5% in March, in the first month since the Iran conflict broke out, although some analysts say the war would have a minimal impact on mainland economy for the year if it can be resolved in the short term. The global supply chain has been feeling the pain of economic shocks from the Iran war. According to data released by Beijing's General Administration of Customs on Tuesday, China's year-on-year export growth rate softened significantly from 39.6% in February to 2.5% last month in US dollar terms, falling short of the 8.6% market forecast. Meanwhile, the mainland's import growth rate rose to 27.8% in March, with trade surplus narrowed down to $51.1 billion. The GACC pointed out that surging fuel prices transmitted through the supply chains are pushing up costs of production and transportation of goods around the globe, according to a report by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. The institution further noted the world's trade of goods is forecast to plummet. Customs statistics also show China's trade with Middle Eastern regions has turned from year-on-year growth in the first 2 months of this year to a decline. Lu Daliang, Director General of the GACC Department of Statistics and Analysis, said Beijing has consistently made efforts to promote peace and settle the conflict through political and diplomatic means, and hopes all parties can work together toward a de-escalation of the situation as soon as possible to restore peace and stability in the Strait of Hormuz and the Middle East. Some analysts say the mainland's export will continue to take a toll from shrinking global demands amid the Iran war, while the unexpected rise in its import results from price hikes of global energy and commodities. The Hang Seng Index is up 0.82%. And the Hang Seng Tech Index is up 0.62%. In European markets, the FTSE is up 0.09%, the France CAC up 0.8%, and the Germany DAX up 1.11%. The Hong Kong dollar is standing at 7.8326 against the US dollar, 10.6281 against the sterling, 5.6932 against the Canadian dollar, and 5.5797 against the Australian dollar. And that's the Financial Report. Thank you for watching.